Welcome back. Miami Commissioner Joe Carollo is speaking out now for the very first time since the jury found him liable and ordered him to pay $63 million.
It all comes amid calls for Carollo to resign, and Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly is live in Miami, where a news conference was held today on the commissioner. Trent.
Yeah, that's right, Janice and Christy. More than a dozen different people speaking out here today at City Hall, urging Joe Carollo to resign as city commissioner following that verdict in that federal civil trial last week. The city commissioner now on the hook for more than $60 million in damages, an amount he called absurd in his first interview last night since that verdict was announced.
And let's be clear, what we're saying here in no uncertain terms is that we want Joe Carollo to resign or to be removed from public office.
Joe Carollo is not a good example of what a public servant is and should be.
Calls for Joe Carollo to resign from his post as Miami City Commissioner days after he was found liable of violating the First Amendment rights of two business owners and ordered to pay more than $63 million in damages.
Instead of using community resources for petty vendettas and ego-driven initiatives, the city of Miami deserves representation that cares about its people and the problems they struggle with on a daily basis.
It was just last Thursday when the jury in a civil case ruled Carollo violated the free speech of businessmen Bill Fuller and Martin Pinea. They claimed Carollo used city code inspectors to levy fines against their businesses, including the iconic Ball and Chain nightclub, as payback for endorsing one of Carollo's political rivals. Today, fellow business owners and community activists from Carollo's district, which includes Little Havana, spoke out on the steps of City Hall, urging the commissioner to resign.
He lacks the compassion, he lacks the professionalism, and the basic skills to lead.
Carollo reacting to the verdict for the first time last night, appearing on a local Spanish-language TV station, calling the damages amount absurd, adding the city should consider itself lucky to have him as commissioner.
Well, we should decide that if we're lucky or not. The job title is public servant. We decide, it's our opinion, if we're lucky to have him. But that statement says so much about him and how he runs his office.
And in that same interview last night, Carollo went on to compare his case to that of O.J. Simpson and even George Floyd, arguing the guilty parties in those cases had to pay far less in damages, even though he says they committed far more heinous crimes. At this point, it's still not clear who exactly will pay that $63 million amount, whether it will be city taxpayers or Carollo himself. We should tell you we did reach out to Carollo's office for comment today, but we have yet to hear back. For now, that is the latest live from Miami. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.